Hello, everyone. Welcome to Let's Go. We decided to do a fun little twist, and Renee and her guides, thank you so much for always supporting me and loving what I do. But I'm gonna read a couple of passages from my latest book, which is Revolution to Revelation, the Reclamation. Um, and we'll just do one per episode, and then Renee and I were kind of talk about it. And I will say that I have been reading it a lot lately because there has been so many changes going on, and I wrote the words, but I read them and they give me so much peace of mind to kind of keep embracing all the changes going on. And also, I find it so fascinating that every time I reread them, I even see it a different way because, as we know, the energies are always changing. So it's always kind of giving us a even more expanded perspective. So we thought it would be fun to kind of just read a passage and then talk about it a little bit.
What I love about this, people first feel the energy that's coming through on this. And also what I love about these is she wrote this stuff. What did you write this last year?
Yeah, so pretty much everything I kind of see that I forecast a year. I write it a year before it's kind of really in the fields.
Yeah, yeah, which is so freaking awesome. That's why I think her books are so important. And I'll put a link down there, everything if you want to check out her author page on Amazon, because it's amazing and her books are phenomenal. And even some of the later ones, when I'll read those, like the one I was reading, these are all of them, just so I can sort of pump you a little. But I was reading the evolution the other day, and I was shocked at how current the stuff is. Like, and you wrote these things like years ago, some of them, and it is amazing. So really, if you've got an opportunity to get them. And just having them in your presence, the energy that comes through is amazing. I've got a set down here in my office. I've got a set upstairs next to my bed, which sometimes moves from there into the office upstairs because it's just the energy I like. And even when I'm sleeping, it's interesting because sometimes I just like pick up a book and like read something and then close it. And sure enough, that night I'll have crazy wild dreams that I know was associated to clearing, or well, they're saying it's not really clearing, it's realigning, because the truth is there's not really a clearing anymore. Everything sort of merges into a field of one and then just comes out anew. So because they're saying that there's no more, the energies are no longer about clearing. The clearing was the old energy, the old separation. We don't clear anymore. We realign, we readjust, we merge, and they're just showing us like, whoo, coming out anew. So anyway, let's go, Trace.
Well, you just said, I almost feel like this was going to be the fourth one I read, but this is called New Beginnings. And I almost feel like I should read that
All right,
now, as
go
you just
now.
spoke about there's not clearing, there's realigning. So
Mm-hmm.
you almost just prefaced this passage.
Oh, cool. Okay, let's see. And like you said, thought that was gonna be the fourth one, and they even said something before we went on. Remember? Oh no, it's perfect alignment. And then they have us say some things. It's like, okay, let's pivot. Here we go.
Yeah. And maybe I love this because it really kind of is the fourth one, but we're going to do it first. So
Yeah,
isn't that so apropos of there's no rules anymore? We just
very
go.
true.
Okay. And this one's short. So this one's called New Beginnings. Out with the old, in with the new. Old and outdated versions and energies go. It is time, new earth. It is time for the superhuman. There is a bit of a melancholy feeling as the old transitions out, perhaps even a sense of anxiety and trepidation. Let that go. This is actually how I'm seeing it this morning. It is a merging, old version merging into the next available version of your reality, your body, your experience. As your new template comes online and begins to emerge, your old template dissolves into the new. It is not discarded or lost, it is transformed. Everything is energy, of course. These new energies that are available are so high and so pure that denser, lower energies alchemize into newer, higher, clearer, more expanded version. It all purifies, it becomes light. This is extremely exciting. And these new and expanded energies is more acute and clear intelligence, your elite intelligence. It is unique and specific to each individual. That said, every individual has access to the universal all. Here's the humdinger. Your access is completely dependent on your willingness to access it. We have undoubtedly been living in an illusion. All the stories and beliefs are just that, stories and beliefs. Are you willing to see beyond them and allow something different and new? Are you willing to question everything and go against the grain? Are you willing to release all the perceived constructs of safety and control? Are you ready and willing to fully step into your creatorship? It is time. Say yes.
Oh my God, I love that. And that's so true for right now in today's energy of really owning and claiming you, right? Like, oh, crazy.
And it's hard to wrap because same thing, clearing, purging, letting go, but to just be, we kind of been saying this a lot. It's almost like we're done with that. Now it's just this,
Yes.
which it's hard to kind of wrap your head around, but
Right.
we always say that everything is the nothing. In the nothing is the everything. So if we embrace everything, there's nothing, which is everything.
Right. Right. It's again a lot to wrap your head around, but really stop and think about that. Like really, like it is. And I know that we talked, something similar to this a couple of weeks ago, like off camera, just you and I. And remember, it was just like we both were at that, like, oh my God, my brain is like just full and you know crazy. Like we couldn't even finish a conversation because we were both like so when you really stop and feel that together with the energy that has been brought forth, that is not only in the books but that is continually shifting and changing with the energy fields of the world, because everything is merging, changing, shifting, whatever word you want to use for it. And I really feel like there's a lot of times not words anymore. It's just the feeling. And I know the healers and everything have been saying, look, stop going with, what somebody's telling you, or to feel what is like, even there, like go back and listen to her reading that with your eyes closed and feel it, feel what was coming out. Because I was holding the book up for a while and I was, closed my eyes a couple times and I just could see all this like lava lamp effect of all the colors, but also things coming and going this way, like these almost like shooting stars going out and shooting stars coming in. It was so cool. So with all of these things, it's such a big shift and such a big, I'm going to say awareness, and it feels like such a small word for who and what we truthfully are. Exactly what you spoke to. Are you ready? Are you going to accept this? Are you going to just allow yourself to be? And when you're finding yourself not being, or like, going off on your mind or different stuff, say, no, come on, come back. Let's just be. What does it feel like to just be? I remember what it feels like to be. Things like that, because that's really going to bring us, catapult us forward now. Because enough of the old, exactly said, the old beliefs, the old thoughts, the old patterns, the old programs, like stop even saying that they're there, because you're allowing, like, think about how much work we've all done for years. Oh, I got to merge this, I got to clear this, I got to get this piece of involved. Well, we are already whole. We already are. So just allow yourself to be and recognize how and I'm sure Tracy, they're probably showing this or having you feel this too, how everything is, I'll say merging together, but it's like the feel I'm feeling, it's not really emerging, but I guess for the human word, it's merging together, how everything is just one. And the thought, the belief system, whatever, that's allowing us to the old program. Oh, this is what we do. That's part of the separation, and there's not separation. So just be and feel yourself in that whole being of you. And they're showing me this thing of like just being, and just how big and bright and vibrant we are. I'm sure they're showing you that same stuff, or something very similar, Trace. So that's my rambling.
Well, I love how you made it simple because I'm going to say I'm still human. We think, we operate, we go out and function in the day, and you do. Like you cannot confront a person, place, or thing that is not running a belief system or a story. It's just how our world we get through it right now. But it almost does become fun of, oh my gosh, look at that story they're playing out. Look at that. And how many times I catch myself and I'm like, whatever the words, they don't matter. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. I don't, I'm gonna challenge that belief and not have to figure it out. I love that. Just coming to, nope, I'm just gonna be and not because I love to dig into stuff and, find it starts to get really easy, even in a sticky situation or a challenging thing to kind of step back. And it does. It's this you can't even get the words. You can see it merging, dissolving, transforming, like all at the same time, which technically would be an impossibility with science. But you explain it, Renaé. It's just like this, oh, wow. Okay, yes.
Yeah. And I think the more we do that, okay, wow, okay, yes, yes. Just being, because as soon as you said that, Tracy, I could see that vibration go out into the world, and you could see other people. I was just asking them something. It reminded me to come back to that what I was seeing there. So you could see other people, like groups of people, just like stand up going yes, and like not really realizing. And what I wanted to come back to with that when they were showing that, and what I asked them was like, okay, is that happening right now? And they said, of course it is. So do you see how quickly we can change and we can do things? The awareness, you just saying that, and the vibration, the energy of whom what you are, you doing that makes a shift in the whole consciousness. So imagine if every single one of it, everybody listening to this does that. It's like, yeah, okay, yes, I say yes. It's yes, I remember, or whatever it is. You are making that shift for the overall consciousness of everyone that's connected in and through you. Now we know everybody is connected, period, the whole world, but they're saying right now we haven't, some of us haven't moved into that field yet of, okay, I'm saying this and I'm able to connect in with the cells, with the energy, with the forms that are connected to me, which is everything. Okay, so some of us aren't there yet. So what we do is we're connecting into just a consciousness that we agreed to. Okay, we together as this consciousness are coming in. So yeah, maybe there's like 500,000 people in that consciousness. Well, if every single person is hitting those, eventually it goes around the world. Now, when I say eventually, they're saying, do you understand eventually is this? It's that fast. It's not, okay, now we're doing it. Just like when I saw you said yes, and I saw that group of people and everybody like, woo, stepping up and being like, yes, and not even knowing why they're saying yes. And then seeing their energy to hit them, and how that then transpired into everybody they're here for. So it does go around the world. I hope that all makes sense. But that's
Made sense to me. I always see it, we've referred to it before. I see it as a web, and all of a sudden, like all these data points light up in the web, and as soon as they light up, other ones light up. So,
yeah.
yes,
Oh,
cool,
that's
cool.
so cool. I love this stuff. It is so easy. The simplicity of this is amazing. Yet we've been taught and trained, because that's the way the old energy was. We've been taught and trained that, well, this is what it is. Well, let go of everything that we've been taught. Let go of everything that we thought we remembered. Be in the now and see how easy and how simple it is to just be, to just allow yourself that time, that space, that whatever, to be. Because in that being, you are going to be amazed at what starts to unfold. But you have to continually consciously put yourself there for now, and then eventually it just becomes the way of being, right? Because it's,
Yes.
everything that we've done for years, weren't you doing things, then all of a sudden you're like, oh my goodness, I haven't done that for a while. But yet because you already shifted, you already changed, your system is like, oh, I get it. Okay, you're going to wake up and you're going to say, or you're going to do this. All right, yeah, I get it. You've been doing that, for whatever. And now we just do it. The system just does it. Well, now the field is, the more you're doing that, the more you just are going back to that, I'll say, true version of you, which feels so silly and tiny, but you go back into whatever, and then you just are. And then you realize, oh, I'm not doing this, but look at all the wonderful things coming to me. Yeah, because you've accepted that you are this amazing, phenomenal being who has and is everything. That's my 2 cents today.
Perfect. I love it. I don't even, I love it. The simplicity, be, and just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. It's so simple to catch it and then
Be.
be. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to your words. Choose wisely. Choose to be.
And it's all day and it can sound like it gets exhausting, but it doesn't. Like you just, oh yeah, I'm not going to think that anymore. Oh, that's interesting. God, look what I just did. Yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. And even if you do it again the next hour, be like, look at me doing that again. Okay, yeah, no, we're not. So yeah, again, it's easy when we're sitting here, but it starts to get to be fun of, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I go again. But, and you do catch yourself quickly. And even if you're in a bit of a, I just will say it's amazing how quickly you become aware and kind of course correct or give yourself the leeway to be like, Renee, you and I talk about this. Oh, I'm just going to spiral just for 5 minutes, like just 5, 10 minutes. And then you pull back out. And it's really amazing. So, yeah.
Yeah, it is. And never really getting mad at yourself. Like I love how you're just like, oh, look at me doing that again. When you start to look at yourself in that fun way, you really open up the joy and the fun in life. And if you can't in the beginning, that's okay. Just be like, huh, all right, look at me doing that again. Because even just doing that and allowing yourself to feel that, so yeah, I feel a little anger right now at me. Okay, you recognize it. A lot of times the system just needs to be aware of it. And it's like, oh, okay. And then next time you say it, right, notice there's a little more fun in there, a little more joy, and then it just continues to shift. But don't give up. Like have the faith and the trust in you because it's worth it.
And you know what gets fun is now I call myself out in front of people. And it's really normally my daughters or my sister. My sister's been such a great player. I'm like, did you see what I just did? Did you see how I just reacted? And and it's fun to start like, because then you're sharing it and then you know that they start doing the same thing. Like it starts to become cool and more fun and call yourself out and then laugh. And then that whole lighting up. Other people is like, wow, she calls herself out all the time.
Right. And how odd is that? To have somebody call themselves out in front of you, like, oh, okay. And like you said, it just goes into that awareness of like, okay, now I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how the world changes.
Let's go.
Exactly. Right. Anything else on that one?
No, I think you're good.
Awesome. Well, if you like this conversation, hit the like, subscribe, the little bell so you're notified because we post these whenever. So this way you'll get notified of them. And just remember, choose wisely and have an awesome time creating that day. Just be.